Welcome to another edition of Confessions of an Elementary School Teacher, where I talk about my 26 years teaching everything from kindergarten up to grade 8. And today's topic is Educational Assistance Part 2. Yesterday, it broke my heart to see how many comments educational assistants were making about how they feel so undervalued and underappreciated and how they're actually treated like dirt. And it is so sad to me because educational assistants are really one of the most undervalued resource a school has. They can be implemented in so many different ways. And I think that there's a lot of discrepancy about what educational assistants do. Back in the day, when I started out in like the mid-90s, I did 3 years of being an EA. And I worked with a lot of children that were developmentally delayed or a little bit behind in class. I worked with a selected mute. There was a few children that, weren't violent. And I never had that experience that educational assistants have today. They're literally beaten up on a daily sometimes. And then to be treated like crap by your admin and by other teachers, that's just disheartening, to be honest. I had one comment, though, and I think it was from an American viewer because their username had the word Texas in it. Unless, they really like Texas toast or something. I don't know. Anyways, they were saying an EA in every classroom, even if there's not needs. And let me be clear, every classroom has needs. Whether they're diagnosed or not, every classroom has a chance or a time where they can utilize an educational assistant. Let me give you a for instance. Say you're doing math and you've got a group of kids that are really struggling. I don't know, maybe they were absent in years past. They've got a gap in their learning. And so you're working with that group while your educational assistant is rotating through the other children that are not struggling. That's just a for instance, because if you're working with a small group, it's very hard then to help the other kids that are in the classroom, and vice versa. Maybe your educational assistant's working with that small group, so you can rotate through the classroom. Either or, it flip-flops. It can work either way. And kids that have diagnoses don't often or always look like they have needs. Look at me. I was a teacher for 26 years. I have been doing education for almost 30. And, I have a good educational background. People would not know looking at me that I have dyslexia and ADHD. It was a hard combination growing up. Minute math was my horror story. So one time in grade 1, I had a very good memory. So when I was in the reading groups with the mother helpers, because this is back in Gen X time, I would go second or third. So I would memorize the book. I'd even know when to turn the page. And I remember my mom arguing with my grade 1 teacher saying, she can't read. She can't read. And my grade 1 teacher going, yes, she can. She reads beautifully. And my mom goes, make her go first. So the mother helper tried to make me go first in a little group of kids. And all I can tell you I remember when I stopped freaking out and I looked around was my classroom was cleared out and I had flipped every desk. Having an EA in that room would have been able to see that I was starting to go off and would have been able to hopefully remove me in a safe way that I could regulate my emotions and calm down. That's just one example. So when we talk about needs in a classroom, there are all kinds of needs. Kids come to school with baggage. Sometimes they need that walk around the classroom or walk around the school before they can settle into their learning duties. And as a teacher, if I'm the one doing that with my student, what are my other students doing? How is that fair? How am I going to get through my curriculum? Educational assistants are vital, and they should be paid and appreciated appropriately. Let me know what you think in the comments. Bye for now.